The first complaint filed against humanity did not come from a military authority. It did not come from a planetary government. It came from a casino. Within 3 weeks of humans arriving at the Celestial Ring Casino, something impossible began happening. Probability engines that had operated flawlessly for decades suddenly began losing money. At first, the management assumed cheating. Then, they assumed sabotage. But after extensive investigation, the humans calmly explained the truth. They weren't cheating. They were simply solving the math. From the archives of the Kindled Quill, the manager of the Celestial Ring Casino had overseen operations for 43 standard cycles. During that time, he had seen every species in the galaxy attempt to defeat the house. None had succeeded. The laws of probability ensured that, over time, the casino always won. At least, that had been true before humans arrived. The first human visitor appeared harmless. Station records identified him as a mechanic from a Terran cargo vessel. He wandered through the gaming floor with the relaxed curiosity common to tourists. But instead of playing immediately, the human did something unusual. He watched. Not for minutes, for hours. He stood beside tables, observed probability towers, studied the behavior of automated gaming machines. Eventually, he sat down at a spiral chance table. He lost the first few rounds. Then, something changed. The human began adjusting his wagers in small, careful increments. Within 20 minutes, he was winning. Within an hour, he had tripled his tokens. The pit supervisors assumed luck. Luck happened. But luck rarely lasted 3 consecutive hours. The casino manager flagged the human for observation. Security scanned him for illegal devices. Nothing. No implants. No signal transmitters. No outside assistance. Just the human, quietly watching the game, while writing numbers in a small paper notebook. Paper. The manager had not seen someone perform calculations on paper in years. 2 days later, another human arrived. Then another. Within a week, humans appeared at nearly every gaming table. They were not loud. They did not celebrate victories. They simply observed the games with quiet focus. The first real crisis occurred at the probability towers. These machines were considered mathematically perfect. Energy spheres dropped through thousands of shifting channels, while quantum algorithms ensured unpredictable results. One human engineer stood beneath a tower for nearly an hour, watching the internal light patterns. Then he began placing wagers. Not often, but every time he did, he won. Again, and again, and again. Security escorted the human to a private office. The casino manager questioned him personally. "You are manipulating the system," the manager said. The human blinked in confusion. "No. You are predicting outcomes that should be impossible." The human shrugged. "It's not impossible." "Explain." The human pointed toward the probability tower. "Your machine corrects for imbalance. That keeps the system stable." "Yes," the manager replied. "Well," the human said cheerfully, "that correction creates patterns." Within days, the situation became worse. Humans gathered around gaming tables in quiet groups. One tracked card distribution. Another recorded dealer habits. A third calculated probability shifts. They rotated roles every few hours. Slowly, steadily, the house advantage began to disappear. Then the humans moved to the slot machines. Slot machines had always been the casino's safest revenue source. Their probability engines were sealed and tightly regulated. Yet humans began winning there as well. Not enormous jackpots, just consistent profit. Eventually, a technician discovered the cause. Earlier that day, a human engineer had assisted maintenance staff while repairing a broken machine. He had politely asked several questions about the system. Apparently, that had been enough. The final disaster occurred 3 weeks later. A human mathematician spent an entire day observing the casino floor without playing a single game. Eventually, she approached the manager. "I believe your system has a flaw," she said politely. "Our systems are certified across the quadrant," the manager replied. "Yes," she said. "That's the problem." She displayed a simulation of the entire casino. Every table, every machine, every probability engine. Then she pressed one button. The simulation collapsed. Every game became predictable. The entire casino economy failed instantly. The manager stared in horror. "How did you do that?" The human smiled gently. "You built a closed mathematical ecosystem. And humans are very good at solving ecosystems." The final report submitted to the Galactic Commerce Authority contained a new classification recommendation. Humans were not cheaters. They were not criminals. They were not even gamblers. Humans were analysts, engineers, problem solvers. Every casino that allowed humans to play eventually experienced the same outcome. The games stopped being games. They became equations. And humans are very persistent when solving equations. Because when humans walk into a casino, they are not gambling. They are solving the system. And eventually, humans always solve the system.